Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, cats, dogs, mice, mices, frogs, dogs, um, snakes, bats, mooses. It's the year of the snake. Shout out to the Lunar New Year. Welcome to 808s and Chair Shots, reporting to you live from a steel cage man somewhere in Tampa, Florida. Welcome to 808s and Chair Shots. I am one of the hosts, Sneak. Also with my good hosts and faction mate known as Andrea, and looking all dirty and raggedy and with a dirty camera is young Negative James. How you doing?
Good. How about yourself? How y'all been?
I'm all right. Hey. Andrea, how you feeling, man?
I'm tired and really ready to catch a felony. We're not going to talk about it. But
go ahead. Let's talk about this felony you might catch.
Violence. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say what.
Just violence. Sorry, that's all we need to know. But as you can see, one member isn't here. That is Jeffrey. Jeffrey's feeling a little sick. No, I don't know what's going on. A little cough. You never know. But get well soon, Jeffrey. Wish you well. Wish is gonna sing you some what is this? Some chicken noodle soup. Some Gatorades, Robitussin. Robitussin cures everything. Vic. Yeah, Robitussin cures everything for what I was told as a little kid. So yeah, we're gonna send you a good care package for you. Send it through James. Hopefully James get it there on time.
It won't get
because James a little slow.
It won't get there on time.
It won't get there on time. But follow us on Twitter, IG, Facebook, all that jazz under the name 808s Chair Shots on Facebook and IG, but 808s Chair Shots on Twitter because there's a character limit and all that type of stuff. And, we're on YouTube. I don't know about TikTok. I don't feel like doing all that because that's a lot more stuff that I need to have in my hands. But, yeah, holler at us. Give us a review. Rate us 5 stars. If not, you're a hater, and I hope you get powerbombed. Now, I feel like a lot has been going on outside of the Royal Rumble, which is one of the big 4. So let's go ahead and start with the Royal Rumble. So any reactions to the Rumble? Let's start with you, James.
Any reaction to the Rumbles? Yes. One, that 2 out of 3 falls match, that shouldn't have happened. That could happen on That could have been on SmackDown, to be honest. Like, there was no need for that match to happen. At the Royal Rumble at that. 2, Charlotte winning, ups and downs, but I get it. It's Charlotte. There's no, what other women would you really want to win the Royal Rumble? And last but not least, hey man, look, right now, put Kevin Owens in the Hall of Fame right now. The way he carried that match, the way he sold that Alabama Slam off the table through the ladder, put that man in the Hall of Fame right now. And as far as the men's Royal Rumble, it was pretty good. So, yeah, I was satisfied with the Royal Rumble overall.
What you got, Andrea?
I said the same thing about that 2 out of 3 falls match. I'm pretty sure I said that last episode. Yeah, I didn't want it at all. But I'm glad the Street Profits are back. I'm glad that they are attempting a heel turn, it seems. That should be interesting, I hope. What else was there? The ladder match with, what's the boy name? Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. I feel like, I'm not saying it's like match of the year or like match of the night. Like, it was a very great match, but it wasn't like the highlight for me, I guess. Like, that Alabama Slam through the ladder was a highlight of the night. But like, the match itself, I feel like you said, James, Kevin Owens really carried it. And then I think Kevin should have won, honestly. But I see what they're trying to do with the Sami Zayn storyline. I just want to say, please leave Karrion Kross out of it. Like, they are trying to shoehorn him into every little thing, and it's just like, he is not that guy. Like, they're trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. Maybe not. It's not going to happen. And then, for the Women's Rumble, I'm glad to have Charlotte back, but I don't know. I don't know if she was the best choice to win the Rumble. Like, for me personally, I think there's other people who maybe should have won. I don't know. I feel like Naomi maybe could have won. I feel like Io maybe could have won. Nia Jax potentially. But then again, all these people I'm naming off, plus others, they're going to do like something with the Elimination Chamber. So I guess that's something to look forward to. But as of right now, like I said, I'm glad to have Charlotte back. But with everything else that's going on and all the other potential candidates, they could have kept it. Maybe she could have won the elimination. I don't know.
Okay.
Or people are happy to have her back. It would have been cool if she'd have came back, got all the pyro and whatnot, and then she got like freaking clotheslined over the top rope by Nia Jax. I feel like that would have been a fun moment or something like that. But that's besides the point. We're talking about what's real, what has actually happened. And Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble, it makes perfect sense. The only other people who have the crowd behind him the way that he does are I don't know, I can't talk. The only other people who have the crowd behind him the same way is like CM Punk, John Cena, possibly Roman Reigns. And I only say possibly because we just got done with the 4 or 5 year Roman Reigns run. I don't know if people want to strap back up for that again so soon. But out of everybody, it makes the most sense. Now, with that being said, I don't know if I think he should face Gunther, but we'll talk about that later.
Another
What you
discussion
mean?
to be had.
I predicted that, but
Another discussion to be had.
Yeah, I predicted that. I said, we talked about that in the group chat. I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna pick Gunther, and I was like, yeah. But okay, overall, I think the show was a B. The 2 out of 3 falls counts match. It wasn't needed, but I do like that the Street Profits are back. And I don't think they're being heels. I don't know. I think they're most likely just fed up with everybody. And how everybody's getting the shot except them. So I think they're more fed up than heel. But we'll see how the story pans out. Okay, as for the women's World Rumble match, I was shocked, Roxanne Perez getting all the way to the final 2 was kind of crazy. I was shocked at that. I didn't know they were going to say, okay, you're going to be in the final 4. I thought final 4, yeah. Her and EO, yeah. But I didn't think she was going to be number 2, like second to last person. So that was a shock there. Charlotte winning, not surprised. Because for what I feel is going to be her versus Tiffany for the title. Yeah, that might be the most logical spot there. And also throwing Tiffany in the fire with Charlotte Flair is kind of crazy too, because Tiffany hasn't been wrestling for how long? 4 or 5 years? Yeah.
It'd be even less than that.
Could be less than that. Yeah. That's okay. You got a lot of faith in her. I see that. As for the men, the men's was pretty good. I liked the Royal Rumble. I liked all the people in there. It was a very eventful Royal Rumble at the end, and that would get Jey Uso. I didn't think he would win it, but him getting it makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Also, it added a little bit to the story with the Sami Zayn and now with the Kevin Owens situation. And that match I think the pacing was the problem with that match a little bit.
Yes.
I guess they wanted to tell the story a little bit, and the pacing was kind of too slow. Yeah, and it didn't work well. But the Alabama Slam on the ladder, you can basically tell that Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes were down for this wrestling shit. That's basically what I feel when you see that match. They were down for this shit. So shout out to them. Yeah, KO definitely died for it because he's been jumping off things since 2020. Since the Thunderdome. He was jumping off stuff, but yeah, that was a okay match. But overall, like I said, I give it a B. That's just me. Now, let's go on to the aftermath of the Rumble. Since Andrea brought it up, Jay won the men's World Rumble, and he chose Gunther days after. So, what are your thoughts on that one? Because Gunther's your boy.
Yes. So as much as I love a good slobber knocker,
You do.
I do. As much as I love it, we done seen it already. Like, I know they're trying to do like this whole trilogy thing that they're doing now. I know that's the popular thing, but I feel like, I don't know. I know you have to have like a good guy versus a bad guy and all of that, but I kind of feel like Jay versus Cody could have been a better story.
Mm,
They got history.
true that. Won belts together.
Yes. And then two, Gunther is like, we've gotten this story with Gunther already with Sami Zayn, like underestimating the underdog. Like, how are we going to get that again? And then, like, if they take the belt off Gunther now and it's Jay Uso, I hate to say this about Jay, but one, is that believable? And then two, what happens with Gunther after the fact?
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know.
So, what do you think, James?
Just like Andrea said, we're gonna get the Jay versus Gunther. The way I'm looking at it, they're gonna sell it as the underdog story again, just like Gunther did with Sammy at WrestleMania last year. Gunther's gonna beat Jay to death. To be honest, he's gonna get it. Jay's gonna get his attacks in here and there. Jay may win it, but again, after that, what happens? I honestly feel like if Jay does win, he's going to get that same treatment that Kofi Kingston got. He's going to get that Kofi title run. Kofi had for like a month or two. He's going to get that run. Like, let's be honest, like, Jay's first opponent might be Kofi or Xavier, to be honest. Then second, hey, hold on. Come on, they put on good matches. Let's not do that. They put on good matches. Then second, it might be Solo. Then that's when he might lose. But again, he's going to get that Kofi run. I honestly believe that. If he does win. But that WrestleMania entrance, now that he's on main event, it got to be fire. It has to be top notch. It has to be up there like that. But overall, we know what we're going to get from that match. So let's just watch it and enjoy it as long as we can.
Honestly, when they first fought like days before, they should have won it then. Honestly,
yes.
The Saturday night main event
should have won it then. Yeah, that crowd was ready to pop.
Mm-hmm.
It was gonna bust through the seams that day, but they didn't do it. They pulled it back and let Gunther keep the title. So it was kind of like, okay, cool. Now that he's won Royal Rumble and he picked Gunther again, it's like again. So a lot of people are going to be questioning what's going to be so different between this match and last match. So they got the chance to build it up to make it seem more important. But as for now, it's more like damn, we couldn't have got him versus Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody
with this, we could. Kevin.
Yeah, him versus. See, again, back to the last episode, Kevin would have made more sense to have the title. But here we are, and now we're getting Fight Forever part number
4,600,000,000.
4 billion time, but we're gonna watch that one. We're gonna watch that one because both of them are
go in. Night one main event. I'm giving it night one.
Okay, you giving night one. What about you, Andrea?
It's definitely gonna be. Wait, well, who are we thinking Cody's facing at WrestleMania?
Athena.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No?
That's just me though. My opinion. I don't think so. Do you honestly think? I'm going to say CM Punk. An Elimination Chamber match. You think Cena's going to come out on top of that? No. I'm giving it to CM Punk. And then him and Cody, because they already been throwing jabs back and forth at each other already. I'm going to CM Punk in that Elimination Chamber match.
I can see that because they never happened to AEW.
Yeah, that too. So I'm going to CM Punk.
But then there's Cena.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, this is Cena's final run. Like, y'all don't think he's going to main event WrestleMania his last year?
Exactly.
I don't think so.
I don't know. That's what I asked. I have no clue.
So.
I don't have no clue either, but I can see it happening.
Maybe a couple episodes ago, we talked about, me, you, Nick, Jeff, we talked about a couple weeks ago, if Cena does win, it's going to be like on some, not a technicality, but whoever wins Money in the Bank, was going to cash in on like immediately. But again, WrestleMania, I don't think it's happening. Again, I'm giving it to CM Punk. And
plus, he's not going to be full time. We're not going to see him that much. Then again, we haven't seen Roman that much when he had it.
that too.
I don't know. It's just got to be planned right. If not, we're pretty much looking at the title just being away for no damn reason.
All right.
So now let's go into the women's side. Now, my choice is going to end up being Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton. Now, what do you think on the choices of Elimination Chamber or when it comes to who's going to place Tiffany or who's the other person? Or Rhea Ripley. We already seen them versus Rhea Ripley. So it should be Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton. So what are y'all thinking? Jeff,
Elimination Chamber match. I think they still have like 3 spots open left, right? Or 2, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Yeah, they still do.
Right now
Something
is
like
Liv, Bianca, and who else is in that match right now? Can't think of her name, but anyway, right now, I'm going to go with Bianca. So it has to be Bianca against Rhea Ripley. Yeah, Bianca against Rhea Ripley. So, yeah, that's what I'm going with right now. Because we haven't seen that match at all. 2 powerhouses going against each other, especially those 2. We haven't seen it. Not that I can recall. Have y'all seen that match? Or again, maybe I might just off, but
I don't think it's ever happened at all.
It's never happened. It almost happened.
Maybe?
Almost. Yeah.
Okay, almost. So it never happened. So it's never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's line it up.
No.
Bianca versus Rhea Ripley, WrestleMania. Who wins? I don't know. But that's a match that needs to happen or be seen at least.
Bianca has to win because she has a WrestleMania streak. As far as I know, she's never lost at WrestleMania.
Good point.
Good point.
So I think once Undertaker officially retired, I think they passed the streak along to her. So that's what I would like to believe. So if that's the case, then Bianca definitely needs to win. Because I was wondering, because it was rumored that that's what it would be, but I'm wondering, like, how do you even set that up? The Elimination Chamber is a perfect way. So, that makes sense. Because I hadn't, honestly, like, with all the hoopla around Charlotte, I hadn't really thought about it. But I like you said, I'm done with Charlotte versus Rhea. Like, we done seen it at WrestleMania at that twice already.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we don't need it again.
No 3. Sorry.
No trilogy?
Not right now. No trilogy.
No.
Okay.
No, but all this women talent they got now, you think I want to see a trilogy? No.
Oh, no. Well, okay. We'll talk about that later.
No. Now, before we started, Andrea brought up something about the fans in real life and the fans on the internet streets. So, Andrea.
Yes.
Tell us what your thoughts are right now so we can understand this whole beef that you're bringing up or the differences between both. Ooh. Hand clap.
The thing about it is, as soon as Jey Uso, I'm just using him as an example right now. As soon as Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble, you get all the tweets. I can't believe they let him win. We just finna have a super kick fest. He can't even wrestle that good.
Oh, I saw that one.
However, y'all saw the crowd reaction when he won. You see the crowd reaction every time he wrestles. You see his entrance. You see how they act when he wins a match. The same people going and cheering at the shows are not the same people on the internet complaining. You'll find as somebody who goes to live shows, the big ones when I can afford to, and the little ones, and the indie shows, you'll find a couple of IWC weirdos just sprinkled about, but they are not the majority. Like, for instance, I got a friend, well, actually, he's passed away since then, rest in peace, Sam. I have a friend we was talking about wrestling one night, and you know how on the internet, when it comes to Street Profits, everybody is like, oh, Montez, he's the one. Like, they got to put the rocket on his back. I don't know what's going to happen to Dawkins when they break up. That's what you hear on the internet. My friend Sam and all his other friends who watch wrestling, they feel like Dawkins is the one. Like, there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect happening somewhere. Like, these are just examples I'm throwing out there. And then even still, like, I told y'all this before we started recording. I went to an NXT live show this past Saturday. You don't see him on TV too often, and you don't even hear his name come up in the IWC. But the one guy from OTM, I believe it was Bronco Nima. When I tell you the crowd popped loud as fuck for him, people love that guy. You don't even know who I'm talking about.
I don't.
Do
I'm not
you?
gonna lie.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They don't, like, the two guys who were in OTM, like the faction with Jada Parker, they don't show them all that often. But they wrestle, like, every time they do NXT Live here in Tampa. Like, I've seen them, like, the last 2-3 times. Like, the crowd, they love Bronco Nima. He went up against Lexus King, and he lost because, like, you know, Lexus grabbed the tights and all. But no, the crowd loved Bronco Nima. It's just, like, the people who you would not expect get the loudest. If you're on the internet, how we are on the internet, the people, like, if you pay attention to what the internet is saying, you're gonna be out the loop, really. And like that's saying something, I feel like, because the people who actually are at the shows, who are paying attention and buying the tickets, they're the ones who essentially are the ones that are booking the show. And then I think that's kind of what Triple H's problem is. It's like he might be on the internet too much.
Okay.
Man, I think that might be it. Because like I said, the people popped for Bronco Nima. If I feel like it's some guys, I'm just using him as an example, but it's some guys who are just sitting on the roster who you could be doing great things with, but they end up in catering or they end up being released, and because you don't listen to the wrong folks. That's just my thought.
You made a point there with Dawkins, because even Dawkins talked about that on a promo that they had. She probably said, like, what was it, like a couple of days ago? He had the crutch in his hand. He's talking about he was the weak link or whatnot.
Yeah.
And he got upset and he threw the crutch. I was like, okay, yeah, that's what people have been saying that for the last 2-3 years about him.
Yeah, my friend Sam said he felt like he could see Angelo Dawkins with the big one. She said he could see him as a heavyweight champion, like a dominant one too. And so I had to sit back. I had to think about that, because I'm on the internet. I'm thinking like, well, Montez is no, like Angelo Dawkins it's like Big Boy and Andre almost. Like there is no Street Profits without the both of them. Right. Like they both play an integral part.
Actually.
Right. That's
really
excellent.
Was an comparison.
But also, I mean, like I said, Montez be straight, Dawkins be straight, and Dawkins' grind has been completely different compared to Montez. People forget that. Like, his grind is just back when he was being Sasha Banks' hype man.
Yep.
So, took it back. Like, yeah, Sasha. Yeah, that. So, Dawkins has rose from where he is now, and he's damn good at what he does. So, I can understand why I see him as, he can be by himself and be straight. But a lot of people don't see that because he doesn't he doesn't have the Montez thing.
Push. Yeah.
Montez
that's what they're going to push him. But yeah, that's like everything comes down to the push.
Yeah.
Like I said, we seen Montez, and he was in Elimination Chamber maybe like a year or two ago.
Yeah, like happened after that.
Street Profits definitely been getting put down for the longest. Ever since they came to the main roster. They've been on WrestleMania, but they've been like in the tag team gauntlet match or the little tag team showcase match. That's what they call the showcase. They just been on there. I'm like, bro, like give them like a proper match or proper feud, something. Yes. But since they just main roster, they
had a good run there first. Then now it's just we don't know what to do with them. But hopefully this new fit up Street Profits refreshes them a little bit, and I hope people respect both.
Right.
Instead of just separating them automatically because they're like one better than the other. That's garbage. Speaking of being released, since Andrea brought it up, the WWE released a couple of people over the weekend, and the list was what, 8 or 9 at that point when I last checked.
That's a few.
Oh, let me see.
So it was like 8 or 9, for what I saw. I know Cedric Alexander was one. Akon and Bizarre, aka the Authors of Pain, are gone again. Let me see who else is gone. Giovanni Ricci is gone. Paul Ederling is gone. Electra Lopez is gone. Sonya Deville, which is a shocker, she's gone. Isla Dawn is gone. Yeah, it's just a very interesting list of people. So, with that being said, what do you think, James?
Most of them names I'm not surprised about. But that's the business. Now, I'm gonna say the shocker really to me was Dawn. Like, she was just a tag team champion like not too long ago, wasn't she? So now she's getting released. Yeah.
Before they unified them.
Now she's getting released. Okay, that's cool. Now what's gonna happen to her tag team partner? She might go on a singles run, and we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, the rest of them names, I'm not surprised. So I know, like the Good Brothers, they got released. Carl and Ince, they weren't there to be seen anyway. So yeah, like most of them names, you barely
been on and off
now
for
like
a while.
the AOP, they come and go. So it's hey, it's their time to go now. I'm not really surprised. So yeah, most of them names, it is what it is.
Okay, Andrea, what you got?
Haven't the Good Brothers been released like 2 or 3 times already?
It's like the
and then
AOP,
came
yes.
back?
Yeah,
It's
The
like
same as
revolving.
AOP.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
a revolving door. I was shocked by Sonya Deville because like she's in an active faction right now, or was in
Right.
an active faction.
They're dead.
Giovanni Vinci, not really surprised because it's like they'll try with him for a little bit and he might get somewhere and then like he's gone again and his whole thing was just confusing. Cedric Alexander, I'm not too worried about him. He could go rejoin the Hurt Syndicate, which I feel like he may. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think?
Let's not do that. We know he's.
I don't know. After how they did his wife, I don't think it's going to.
You're right.
Yeah, think about that one.
Yeah. Okay. And then the one that kind of shocked me was Electra Lopez. She had a lot of potential. She had a lot of potential. She was amazing on the mic. If she'd have got proper training, in which we'll never know because they never put her in the ring. I think she had one match in one of the tournaments for the women's mid-card titles. Like she had that one match and then we didn't see her no more. And she didn't do a bad job. So, because I remember her and B-Fab's very first match back in NXT. Yeah. They done both came a long, long way.
Very long way.
I feel like Electra Lopez could have been like a total package type of thing. Like she could have been a superstar. But I don't know. I don't know.
Why didn't they throw her in the Rumble? Like
I don't know. But also I know that she was in Ring of Honor at one point. So I can see that happening.
She
but I don't know why
Rumble. Like she could have came out 30th instead of Nikki Bella. Like, but exactly.
What a wasted spot.
Nikki, honestly, like I'm pretty sure all of us were thinking like, okay, Jay's gonna come back. 30th spot, I'm like, all right, it's about to be Jay. All I hear is Nikki Bella's music kicking. I'm like, ain't no way they did us like this.
Yeah, you might as well just cancel that little feud with Jay then. It's a rapola.
Like,
who hurt Jade? Dead.
I don't even care.
We don't even care no more now. We want to know who hurt. It's going to be this. Oh, she hurt? She was hurt? Who hurt her? Nobody knows. Back. She was just laying on top of that car for no damn reason.
Stretched out.
Arm and everything.
Stretched out. Falling down the steps. She just laying like, ain't no way.
Boy. As it was still talking about releases, AEW let 3 people in particular go. Miro, Malachi Black, and Ricky Starks. Let them go immediately. They didn't have to wait. They didn't have to do nothing. They can just go. That's basically what Tony Khan did. And Ricky Starks showed up at NXT on Tuesday. Now, Andrea,
Yes.
do you think the other two make their way back to the WWE?
One of them for sure. Rusev, I don't know. I would hope so. Now that we got some different people doing creative and storylines and whatnot. I would hope so. But I think all three of them, I would hope that all three of them end up in WWE. Now, my question is, like, they didn't have, like, no non-compete clauses. Like, they're just done. Like,
They were off. They were
Oh.
literally off. Like, if you remember, Ricky Starks hasn't been on AEW TV for like 2-3 months. And then you add the fact that he was doing other things that were stopping him from doing those other things, like GCW and everything.
Because Malachi Black was, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Malachi Black, he was at a CCW show here in Tampa last month. So that's interesting that they was stopping Ricky, but not Malachi Black. And he just officially was released this week. Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a whole different. I don't know the whole thing, but how they treated Ricky Stark was ridiculous from what I've seen. But continue with your thoughts on these releases stuff.
I mean, good for them. Like, if you're, I'm sorry, but like AEW to me, and even WWE right now to an extent, like they have so many people that they are just not using. People who want to wrestle and just for whatever reason, they're not being allowed to. Like, let them people go. Let them live their lives. Let them go find whatever works for them. And I know Miro was unhappy in WWE under Vince. And he ended up being unhappy in AEW right now for whatever reason. Let that man go.
Right. James, any thoughts?
Miro's going back to the, I don't even call him Miro. He might go back as Miro, he might go back as Rusev. Not even sure. But I feel like he's going back. Malachi Black, I don't know. Ricky Starks, he's definitely going to WWE. And let him feud with Cody.
He's already there.
He's already there. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, call him up to the.
He's an
I didn't see
NXT.
that, so call him up to the main roster. Okay.
He's in NXT.
Okay. Give him the NXT championship then. Oh, wait a minute. Don't take it off Obi.
You want
No. That's what I was about to say. No, I was about to say no.
You want him to die by Oba?
No, he got to lose in a triple threat match or something. But no.
No, he can't lose on that one either. You got to kill both of them too. You got to. You want me to rule if he did?
I mean, I want to die. And what can Ricky do then?
I say start him off in the mid card somewhere, either with the NXT North American.
Have him go up against Shinsuke.
Yeah, or call him up and
have him go up against Shinsuke.
Yes.
Hey, Shinsuke got the title for what?
What the hell is Shinsuke?
He got the title for what? Exactly.
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing.
This is the second time now he's had like that. I mean, was it Intercontinental title? He defended like maybe 3 times.
No, but he was good with it. No. Intercontinental title, he was good.
Was he?
He was good.
He was in the Intercontinental title where he defended like 3 times in maybe like 200-something days. I think it was Intercontinental, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he defended it more.
So you know what I'm talking about then. Okay, so
yeah, I know what you're talking about. But
he had more than days in that? Okay. Or more defenses. Okay.
More defenses than that.
Anyway, it was a long day. It was a long time. So, I mean, like I said, now he won since LA Knight. We ain't seen him since then. He could have defended at the Royal Rumble. I guess my whole thing, like title defenses, I guess I should have put that on the docket. Title defenses. They're really not defending their titles no more.
Let's talk about it. What's going on?
You can talk about it. Hold on, I just get him out. Okay. Malachi Black. If Malachi Black comes back as Aleister Black with the original theme to WWE, I'm sold. I'm in. I'm in there. And I don't know about Miro. I think Miro might take a little more time out, or he'll just go to TNA or something for a little bit and then make his way back. I can see that happening. Now, since you want to bring up title defenses, tell us your thoughts there, Mr. Blurry.
What's up? My fault. The thoughts. Nobody's they're not defending them like that. Again, like Royal Rumble, Gunther could defend his title against anybody. They could have built up some type of feud to have him at the Rumble defending that title. Then you got Chelsea Green holding her title. You got Lyra Valkyria holding her title. tag team titles got defended, okay. Raw War Raiders could defend their titles at the Royal Rumble. It's so, I guess I'm just comparing it back to, I guess you call it the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era. Yeah, the Vince times. I guess, yeah, we're going to call it the Vince times. But again, like back then, no matter if you was a European title, hardcore champion, you was defending your title at a pay-per-view. Nowadays, Triple H, I'm going to say Vince also, because Vince let Brock go 6+ months without defending his title. So, just all these people holding these titles, not defending them. Logan Paul held the U.S. title for 200-something days, only defended maybe like 3 times. Like, what are we doing with these titles, to be honest? You holding them for what? Defend them or give it up? Cody, was it Bad Blood? Didn't defend his title. He was in a tag team match. Money in the Bank. He in a 6-man tag match, not defending his title. What are we doing with these titles?
Andrew, you got something to add to this?
Didn't
you said the same thing.
I sure did. Maybe it was it wasn't last episode. Maybe it was the one before, but it's starting to feel like, oh, we only want title changes at the big 4. Like, no, somebody could lose their World Heavyweight Championship on a Monday. Somebody could lose it at Bad Blood at one of the smaller pay-per-views. Like, you don't have to, like, these super long title reigns, they aren't doing anything except trying to, like, break records that I will say don't mean nothing, but it's like you said, the Logan Paul title reign, 200 days, only 3 defenses. Like, what is that? Why? What for? And it's like, you don't have to do it to where, like, oh, somebody win it on, like, you don't have to treat it like it's the hardcore title or the 24/7 title where somebody win it every couple minutes. You don't have to treat it like a hot potato, but, like, there's people who are worthy of these titles who aren't getting shots at them, who are not, because they're not being defended. Like, you don't have to have these super long title reigns. Like, somebody could have it for a month or 2 and then drop it to somebody. They could have it for 6 months, a year. Then they could drop it to somebody. Like, everybody don't need one. Like, Roman Reigns' title reign made sense. This Shinsuke one doesn't.
Right.
Gunther's Intercontinental title reign made sense. Logan Paul's didn't. Like, it needs to make sense. And, like, having the champion, because that's something that also bothers me. Like, why is the champion in a tag team match instead of defending their title at a pay-per-view?
Make it make sense.
And why is it that it doesn't make sense? Not at all. And then my thing is, too, and I'm pretty sure I said this last episode, I could not remember who the tag team champions are on Raw. The War Raiders, Viking Raiders, whatever their names are.
War Raiders.
We see them, like, maybe once every 3 months? Where are they? And, like, the thing is like, I think this whole long-term storytelling thing is kind of getting in the way in a sense. Because it's just like, it's clear you want the Judgment Day to have those titles. But why? There's other tag teams in the interim. There's other stuff you could be doing with them. Like, they don't even seem prestigious anymore. They just seem like accessories.
Yeah. I mean,
and I'm gonna leave it at
War
that.
Raiders, they just won those titles. And Finn and JD have been them tag champs for, I'm going to say at least a good 3 months before they defended those titles against the War Raiders. 3 months might be too long. Maybe like 2 months. It seemed like a long time. It was 100-something days. Yeah, it was 100-something days.
It was a long time.
Once they won them off against Miz and R-Truth, they didn't defend those titles at all until the War Raiders. So, like, what, like...
No, they did defend them more than once. It was more than once. I can't remember, but it was more than once.
I can't recall, but...
I know they had a rematch. That was one. But they did have more than one.
It might have been on Raw
though.
or something.
But I do think the storytelling thing might be the problem, though. I do agree that these are long title reigns with no defenses, with like let's say under 5 defenses is stupid. I agree. I totally agree with y'all on that. So what do you think is the way to remedy that? How do we get them to stop doing that?
Simple, have them defend them. Like, it's like PLEs come maybe like
So how?
Go ahead.
So no, I'm saying
so PLEs come in like once a month, right? I'm pretty sure within a month you can build up some type of feud or something. Now, I ain't saying it's gonna be like a top-notch high feud. Just like a little, hey, let's say Shinsuke, he has a match on SmackDown. Carmelo Hayes can come out there and attack him and hold up his title and be like, I want this title now. They can build that up a little bit. And then at the next PLE, Carmelo Hayes gets a Shinsuke Nakamura for the U.S. title. Simple. Something like that. Who wins or loses, it's up in the air. But they can at least do something like that. Because that's how it used to be, of course, back then. You just get attacked from behind or something like that. Or somebody just calls you out, hey, I want your title. They fight, go on about their business and do that. Now, I will say, like, now, a lot of people are calling their shots a little bit. Because, like I say, people's like, hey, I think people call Roman out a lot of times in the 4 years. Hey, Roman, I want your title. LA Knight did it a couple times. Roman, I want to see you. I want to fight you. Put your title on the line. He got a shot. He didn't have to really put a match on the line to do that. Yeah, just like this, have these people mid-card. I'm going to say more mid-card. Start a feud. Quick, simple, attack from behind, attack backstage. Now you're in the number one contender spot for the title. Simple as that.
Like, there's no reason why Mia Yim, Michin, whatever you want to call her, I don't mean no disrespect, but there's no reason why she hasn't had a match with Chelsea Green yet for the title.
No rematch or nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's like they don't respect the rematch clause no more.
Like, when they said they was doing away with it, they meant that.
They meant that a long time ago. They really didn't mean that.
Also,
there you go.
Where even has Lyra Valkyria been? She won the title and then disappeared.
To qualify for the Elimination Chamber match, which doesn't make sense. You're a champion. Why are you trying to go into an Elimination Chamber match or qualifying match at that? Like, what are we doing here?
I think they should have included some of the NXT women into that. That's what I felt.
That's another thing. I'm agreeing with you. I'm sorry, but like, if we want to rewind back to the Royal Rumble, they don't even build feuds off of that anymore. Like, Roxanne was in the final 2 with Charlotte, right? Why is she feuding with Bayley on NXT?
That's another long-term story thing.
Which, okay, I get it, but like, you just forgot Charlotte stole something from you. If you want to take it that far. But even still, we watched Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. We watched them for what, a year now? What was it? Yeah, like the last women, not this one that just passed, but like 1 or 2 women's Royal Rumbles ago, it got down to, I think Liv and Rhea started the Rumble, and then they ended up being the last 2, and then Rhea eliminated Liv. They didn't bring that up at all. Everything was about, you took my family, you stole Dom from me. And it's just like, no. Like, Liv had more motivation than that. Like, everything is not about some dude. Like, they're doing long-term storytelling, but like, they're forgetting key details.
Yeah, like the injury.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
Yes.
I think that.
Like, they didn't bring up, I'm sorry, but like, they didn't even bring up the fact that Liv and Rhea used to be a tag team. Like, there's more to it than what they said. It's just, if you're gonna do it right.
It's more than the boy's mind.
Yes.
Right. You is right. All right, before we go, do you want to talk about Vince and this confusing thing going on to see if did the cases get dropped, or do y'all want to talk about these WWE things?
I don't know too much about the Vince case, so I just want to go with the W things. That's my vote. Miss Meter.
All right. Apparently, going around, PWI Insider has said that plenty of the talent in WWE do not like their themes by Def Rebel
Music
or whatever their name is.
Trash. Yes, that's all.
I could
garbage.
believe it.
I don't know what they did, the Bailey thing. It's garbage.
So with that being said, do you think Def Rebel gone, or they're going to be there for a little longer?
I don't know if it was confirmed, but it was said that their contract was up in either 2024 or 2025, and it would not be renewed. So hopefully we get something new. Not something new, something better. We got to be specific. You got to claim it. Hopefully we get somebody who can make some better music. Because, like, to me, I mean, it's been evident that like the music is trash, but like it was confirmed when AJ Styles came back and he came out with his old theme and not that other foolishness. And then
That
too, like, did y'all see
stupidness.
did y'all see at the Rumble, like some rap song started playing and I'm like, who is
It was
this? They called
Finn.
somebody up?
I
It was
swear I was
Finn
thinking the same thing.
Balor.
I'm like, who's this? Who's this rapping? And all of a sudden, Finn come. I'm like, when they give him new music? Like,
It don't make no sense. It don't match him at all.
Finn is rock music.
I swear that rap. I'm like,
Yes.
bro, who is this? I'm thinking somebody from NXT. Finn runs out. I'm like, ain't no way. But speaking of that, like, so you said like the contract expired. I thought it was CFO money sign. I didn't know if it was Def Rebel or not.
CFO, whatever you call them, they've been gone for years. Like
They
a
even
lot of the
they went to AEW for a little bit, and that
well,
didn't work
I
out.
guess it's Def Rebel then.
Oh.
Yeah, I read that. I read that too. That they ain't renewing that contract. I hope good decision. That them things they've been given. Like I said, they gave Bailey. They changed AJ's theme, which is garbage. I don't know what they're doing with these themes. It's terrible now.
Also, it's just like they're ruining everybody's stuff just to make it their own. Like, Kevin Owens' music is not changing. If his music would have changed, nobody would know who that was. But you got other ones that they put on, they're saying their names before they come on, and it's like, what? Why would you do that? You shouldn't have to do that. Like, you don't have to do that with Trick Williams' music. Because every time they hear them horns, they know it's Trick Williams coming out. When I hear voices in my head, you know there's Randy Orton coming out, right? So it should be certain things to make people acknowledge in the beginning who it is without knowing their name coming out. So, like Edge, you think you know me. When you hear that, you know it's him. Mm-hmm. So I just think they got away from the recipe. I think we're losing recipes with the music. And they need to get somebody else.
Oh, Jim.
Man, he
bring
probably
Jim Johnson
sleep.
back, man. Let him cook. I know he still got it in him, bro. Bring Jim Johnson back.
The man.
He can still cook, though.
Sleeping.
Bring him back.
He probably can still cook because he probably understood what needs to be done with these songs, with the themes. I think he understands that, hey, the first tone, the first part of it, people need to know who it is. CFO $sign understood that when they later on start progressing. Because who would have thought about, like, go back to Bobby Roode's. Like, if you hear Bobby Roode's theme now, you know it's Bobby Roode's from the gate. If you heard the stuff before that, you were like, ugh, that don't sound like something Bobby Roode would come out to. But, hey, I just feel they need to bring somebody else that understands that the music is important just as much as the rest.
And call West Side Gun up. He'll get you together.
Who gonna do? Whose thing we gonna do?
West Side Gun? Okay, hold on. Let me think.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I know he got the Hurst in the. I know he got the Hurst in the music right now.
No, he didn't do theirs. He didn't do theirs.
Are you sure? I could have swore he did that.
Smoke Dizza did that.
Smoke
Dizza.
Just him by himself? Smoke
Dizza. By himself.
I don't know, man. I thought I heard some West Side ad-libs in there.
No. I think it's Smoke Dizza who did the Hurt Syndicate.
Well, in that case, then West Side Gun could definitely get in there, but he can do something. Let's see, give him. You put Damian Priest. I
think it was him. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yeah, West Side Gun is in it. My bad.
West Side Gun ad-libs in there.
You're right. I get that. It's MVP, Smoke Dizza, and
okay.
West Side Gun. You're right. My apologies. You're right.
I hope they doing WWE. I don't know.
You're right.
But just call him up. He'll get you together. He'll get you right. Chill.
No, I can't think of him doing
LA
Night.
No, not LA Night.
I can't think about
not
that.
LA Night.
I can't think about that.
Oh,
no, not LA. Give him Carmelo. He can give Carmelo Hayes a theme. Give Carmelo Hayes a theme. He definitely give Carmelo Hayes one.
I like his theme. I feel like Def Rebel, if they did that one, I think that one might be a good one. Like, he's probably one of the only ones who has a decent theme.
Def Rebel is hit or miss. They be on, then they miss like a motherfucker. The next
did they do Gunther's theme now? Who did Gunther's current theme?
Yep.
Okay, that's a hit. That's a hit.
Yeah,
That's a
Yep.
slap. I mess with it. Yeah, I mess with it.
What?
Got this new theme. Huh?
You thought the old one
No,
was
the old one was
better,
like you heard it everywhere. This new theme,
but it works
this new
for
one works
him.
for him. I feel like it though, but again, that's just me.
The new one kind of. Do y'all remember
Yeah.
William Regal's
That
theme?
slap.
Yeah.
It had that kind of
Nope.
vibe to it, which I
Regal's
see what
theme
they were
slapped
going
back
for.
then too. Gunther's
Mhm.
theme slapping now.
But I like the old Gunther one
I
was
don't know.
slap.
Man.
Especially with the entrance come in when he just standing there and you see a shadow.
Okay, so you're talking about like the walkthrough. I'm talking about the music. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, with the walk
Okay,
with the music. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got a mesh. It has to mesh. And that shit messed. Ah, man.
This
Can't even
is
find a
wild.
word. What?
Oh, I was gonna
What'd you
say this
say?
is wildly off topic, but I miss Ilya Dragunov. Like y'all brought up Gunther.
Oh
Like if
yeah.
I
That's what
want to
we need
see
at
that at
WrestleMania. That's what we
WrestleMania.
need. But apparently he's injured, so he's coming back from injury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
He's
on his
coming
way
from
back
injury.
though.
So yeah,
I know. I wanted to
ACLs
see.
are
that'd have
terrible.
been crazy.
Ooh, if he came back in the Rumble, that would have been crazy.
They could have did that, but what we getting a 2 out of 3 falls match. All right.
Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, we bring Dragunov back. Oh, there's a lot of good matches in there. If you want to put them together with people, I would love to see him with Penta. Penta got some. Let's just think about it. Penta got some matches that he can be explored with too.
I seen someone say they want Penta against Braun Breaker, and I said no. No.
Yes.
You want Penta against Braun Breaker?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Yes.
Give Braun Breaker like another 2 or 3 years, and then I'll say it. Then I'll say
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, because he's still relatively new, but at the same time, yeah.
I want Penta versus Jacob. Fatu.
You want Penta to die? You want Penta
They
to
did
die?
put a nice one together.
Yeah, that showdown they had at the Rumble.
Mm-hmm. They got history.
I'm pretty sure
James.
they
got
do,
some
but
history there, buddy.
I'm pretty sure Penta gonna die.
Yeah.
No.
It'll be worth
worth
it.
to die.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
Worth it to die.
Man, so anything, y'all ain't got anything to say
I
before
do.
we depart?
Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
I'm saying this because I was watching TV the other day and I seen a Real American Beer commercial come on my TV. And Hulk Hogan was there talking about, yeah, this is Real American Beer, da 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 da. And I was like, and instantly I just said, fuck Hulk Hogan right then and there on the spot. So that's all I want to say.
Side note, he's also getting sued by a lady because one of his beer cans hit her.
Good.
Gotta love America.
Oh, another
Gotta
question
love
real quick.
America. That is some
Yeah, Real
Real
American,
American
Beer. I'm
right
like,
there
what
for
is
you.
this?
Now that's a real American. Get sued by a beer that's called Real American. You sue from Real American
much you
suing a
suing-
Real
how much
American
you suing
beer.
them for?
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a real
How much
American
you want?
lawsuit.
How much you want?
I don't know. I ain't see that. I just saw that. I was like,
Okay.
ooh,
Yeah,
that's so American right there. Andrew, you got something?
I also agree. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
And even if you are feeling felonious, you have to remember you have a life to live. You have things to lose. There are people who love you. Do not catch that felony, despite how you might be feeling. You got to have some self-control.
Oh, that's
Is
so
it worth
cute
it?
of you.
The film might be worth it. Oh, okay.
No, but I don't know. It feels like it might be
Is the
worth it.
crash
It would
out
make
worth
me
it?
happy.
Is the crash out worth it?
It would make me happy, but I
Okay,
would
well,
lose a lot
Nah, we don't want you to lose
in the
nothing.
process. So no. Yeah,
I have
no.
one last thing. Oh,
All right.
Oh, no.
I have a question for both of y'all. So when y'all watching Raw, whatever, and Jake
Okay.
Uso comes out, do y'all yeet with him? Like y'all be yeeting, or y'all just be watching?
It depends
Okay.
on how I feel. Like I'll eat maybe 1 or 2 times
Hey.
and I'm done. If I'm if I'm home and I'm having a little drinky drink, then I like, oh yeah, and then I'll do it with one hand. It's like I'm lazy, but for the most part, I'm really just watching. That's exactly what I look like.
Okay. Because I swear I'm sitting there watching. I caught myself maybe like once or twice eating. I'm like, oh no, bro, you got to chill.
Mm-hmm. Like it's contagious. It's contagious. Like I said, I'll do it two or
Right?
three
Yeah, you
times.
got to
Like,
catch
girl, if you
yourself.
don't
What about
stop,
you, Nick?
you
Right. What
in
about you,
your
Nick?
house.
You eating or not?
First of all, that
He
sounds
does
disgusting.
nasty work. Oh my god.
Filthy. The phrasing in that just filthy, James. Haven't you learned anything from me? You got to make sure your phrasing
Oh my
is never
god.
that phrasing. But I'm not eating at all, sir. I'm just watching like, yeah, my man's is up. It's up. And then when he run it back, I'm like, yep, he got it. It's Daniel Bryan-ish right there.
Oh.
He has the control of the crowd and everything. It's just moving worthy right
Okay.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they ain't brought out like the little yeet
You know,
signs. Like, you know how they used to have Cesaro section, which
Yeah.
I miss a lot, but I'm surprised
the
they
eat
haven't done
section.
that for him yet. Yeah, that does sound kind of nasty.
Section is crazy.
Phrasing.
You're the one saying it, and then you're gonna say, "Is he like, come on, bro? Bruh.
And just all over
All
the
right,
arena.
we done.
Just
That
first
sound
of
like
all, James, you don't make that call to say we're
Yeet on the
done.
arena is crazy. Did you say yeet on the arena? All right, the yeet joke is one.
he do be yeeting all over the arena. He be yeeting
Phrasing.
past the concession stands. He come down the stairs yeeting. He be yeeting
What?
the kids, which is
Are you know what? All right.
All right, it is time to go. Follow us and like us and subscribe and all that jazz on IG, Twitter, and all those nice things. We're not going to be eating on any kids today or hearing kids. Ain't no eating. This is a no eat zone. Yeet at your own risk.
Close it
Get
out.
well soon, Jeff. Yeah. With that being said, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching in. And like I always say, fuck Hulk Hogan and everybody that loves him.
Yeet.
Peace.
amen.
Amen.
Bye.